Attention, Bears Nation. Do you really think these signings will save Caleb Williams? Or are we watching the prologue of a disaster? The offensive line looks like a wall. But Brad Biggs warns, without young talent, this is just a house of cards. And don't run away, Cooper Kupp. That signing would be a heist on our future. Are we just handing Jordan Love another title? If Poles doesn't use the draft to grab young linemen, get ready for another dark decade. Total exclusivity. Here. Who's behind the scenes begging for a first-round tackle? And watch out, the NFC North is already eyeing USA. Are we the hunted or the hunters? This defines the Bears' future for the next 10 years. Subscribe now. We'll tell you WHY. Poles' next move will be historic. Or the mistake that sinks this team. Comment, Bears fan. Do you think management learned? Or are we still in hell? Smash that like button before they take this down. Attention, Bears Nation. What's going on in Chicago that even our rivals are talking? This is fire. I've got the inside scoop on the move shaking up the NFC and making star WRs like CeeDee Lamb nervous. Can you imagine? The Cowboys top. Receiver, yes, the Cowboys. Acknowledging that the Bears are coming for it all. But is this real smoke or just a sizzle? Let's get into IT. Offense. The line is now a wall. First off, GM Ryan Poles didn't play around. He traded for Jonah Jackson from the Rams and Pro Bowler Joe Thuney from the Chiefs. 2 Titans. But wait, here comes the chef's kiss. They signed former Falcons center Drew Dalman. 3 reinforcements. In 1 week? With this front, Caleb Williams, or whoever the QB is, could take his sweet time in the pocket. And the cherry on top? They brought in All-Pro DT Grady Jarrett and Dadeo Odeyingbo. The defense is starting to roar too. Rivals are taking notice. Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Lions dropped this. How did Ben Johnson manage to pull so many? Stars in his first year? But the real main event was CeeDee Lamb. In a viral TikTok, the guy who torched us last year admitted, the Bears, they were terrible, but now they look legit. Did you hear that? A Cowboy just put respect on our name. But hold up, family. Is this a compliment or a curse? The question no one wants to ask. What if it's all just smoke and mirrors? I won't stay quiet. Since 2023, the Bears have been the kings of March, but in the actual season, 12 wins in 2 years. This is a roller coaster of disappointment. Ben Johnson has a rocket in his hands, but does he know how to aim IT? If he doesn't establish his culture from OTAs, this is just another fake trust the process. Here's what I'm saying. Chicago has everything to break the curse. Talent? Check. Leaders? Check. But they lack the intangible. Guts. If Caleb, Williams, or whoever is under center isn't the general we need, this will just be another season of hard knocks without a trophy. The NFC North is shaking, but time is ticking. Drop your comments below. Do you think the Bears are finally ready to take that leap? Or are we in for another season of same old Bears? Attention, Bears fans. Cooper Kupp in Chicago? Let me tell you what nitrogen monoxide one else dares to say. What's going on here, Bears family? Are we seriously talking about Cooper Kupp coming to Chicago? I've got all the details and a debate bombshell. For you, the breaking news, the Rams release Cooper Kupp, and ESPN's Dan Orlovsky is screaming that the Bears must go after him. But listen to this, Keenan Allen is still available, and now they want a 31-year-old receiver with an injury history. Are we just ignoring that Kupp only played 12 games in 2024? Don't sell me fairy tales. The perfect signing? Look at these. Numbers. Kupp's best year 2021. 1,947 yards, 16 TDs, an absolute monster. But in 2024, 710 yards in 12 games. Investment or lottery ticket? Comparison. DJ Moore and Rome Oduns are already possession receivers. Kupp in the slot? That's like having 3 starting quarterbacks. Here's my question. Why do we even want Kupp when we have Cole Kmet, who's making $50 million to do the same job? Caleb Williams needs a deep threat, not another short route specialist. Kupp makes tough catches in traffic. But is that really what this team lacks? Ben Johnson is a creative mind, but this sounds like another Velus Jones mistake. Or am I? Wrong? The big debate. Pro, Super Bowl experience. If he's healthy, he's a deadly weapon. Con, another expensive veteran. And let's not forget, the Packers are already interested. Are we really going to let Green Bay outplay us? My final verdict. Cooper Kupp should not be a Bear. Here's the deal. If Ryan Poles throws millions at a receiver who doesn't stretch the field, this offense will be predictable. Have we learned nothing from Justin Fields? Caleb needs space, not just sure hands. And now, the main question for you. Would you sign Cooper Kupp? Or would you rather invest in a young, fast receiver with room to grow? DROP. Your comments below. I'm telling you, they're getting this wrong. Do the Chicago Bears really believe their offensive line is set? I'm calling them out. Do you honestly think signing Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney is enough to protect Caleb Williams for the next 5 years? I'm telling you right now, no. Don't fall for these temporary fixes. Brad Biggs from the Chicago Tribune is right offensive lines aren't built in free agency. Or do you really think Thuney, who won't even talk about an extension, is going to stick around for free? Come on. Without a long-term plan, this is just a house of cards ready to collapse at the first sign of trouble. And watch out. Thuney is already 32 years old and only here for a season. If he leaves in 2026, who's protecting Williams? Jonah Jackson? Sure, but his contract lets the Bears cut him with 0 penalties in 2026. C. The problem? We're looking at 2 guys who could be gone in 2 years. Then what? Are we going to beg for help in free agency again? Nitrogen monoxide. The solution is in the draft. The Bears must take an offensive lineman in the first round. Now, some so-called experts are saying, oh, but with the 10th pick, they should go for a tight end or a running back. Let me ask you this. What's the point of creative play calling if Caleb Williams is on the ground every other snap? No, first, secure the trenches, then look for playmakers. The quarterback is the investment, and without a line, he's doomed. And don't tell me there's no talent. Will Campbell from LSU, a beast at tackle. Armin Membu, 332 pounds of pure power and agility. This man ran the combine like he was 250. And Kelvin Banks Jr., a versatile lineman who can play both tackle and guard. These are the names that can change a franchise. But here's my concern. If the Bears ignore the offensive line now, what happens if Thuney gets injured? What if Jackson underperforms? We'll be right back in Justin Fields' nightmare. We can't go through that again. Brad Biggs said if best sustainability comes from the draft, not from signing aging vet stock. So here's my question. Bears family, would you rather risk Caleb Williams, future for a tight end, or lock in his protection for the next decade? Hey, Bears family, I've got a question that's sparking debate all over Chicago. Do you think this season is finally the one where the Bears take the leap into the NFL elite? Or are we going to be stuck hearing the dreaded same old Bears chant again? Drop your thoughts below. Now, let's talk about the future. If Caleb Williams is coming to Chicago, would you sacrifice his long-term protection for a star tight end? Or would you rather lock down the O-line, even if it means passing on a top weapon? This decision will define the next decade. And here's the real controversy. Cooper Kupp is on the radar. Would you sign a proven veteran with high impact? Or bet everything on a young, explosive receiver who can grow alongside Caleb? Write your answer below. If you want to be part of the hottest NFL discussions, if you want to debate the moves that will shape this legendary franchise, subscribe now. We're not just fans here. We're a family that beats to the rhythm of Soldier Field. Let's grow this community together. Turn on that notification bell, drop your predictions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bear down. Chicago. Hey, Bears family. I've got a question that's sparking debate all over Chicago. Do you think this season is finally the one where the Bears take the leap into the NFL elite? Or are we going to be stuck here in the dreaded same? Old Bears, chant again? Drop your thoughts below. Now, let's talk about the future. If Caleb Williams is coming to Chicago, would you sacrifice his long-term protection for a star tight end? Or would you rather lock down the O-line, even if it means passing on a top weapon? This decision will define the next decade. And here's the real controversy. Cooper Kupp is on the radar. Would you sign a proven veteran with high impact? Or bet everything on a young, explosive receiver who can grow alongside Caleb? Write your answer below. If you want to be part of the hottest NFL discussions, if you want to debate the moves that will shape this legendary franchise, subscribe. Now, we're not just fans here, we're a family that beats to the rhythm of Soldier Field. Let's grow this community together. Turn on that notification bell, drop your predictions, and I'll see you in the next video. Bear down, Chicago.